Hey everyone, this is LuckySevenDX. Welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Rangers Shadows of Almia. On the last episode, the forest was on fire, but we put it out using the power of the Song of Storms, or really just a Blastoise. In this episode, and also there's this mysterious guy. In this episode, we're gonna do some side quests, get rid of some of the town's fears about these fire. They're a bit shaken, but not stirred about this incident, so we're gonna go do some side quests to calm them down, and then we're gonna learn more, hopefully, about Ollie and see what else is in store for us. So, before I do that, by the way, going to the glossary, gonna go ahead and actually look at the bug assist thing, because I haven't done that yet, even though I said 3 times that I would do that in the previous one. So, makes a goofy blob appear. You just kind of shoot the blob away. If it hits them, does damage and slows them. And then, I guess the longer the bob is stretched, it does do more damage. So I didn't really show that off. It does do more damage if you stretch it farther back. You do a lot more damage. And here are the typing matchups. Fire and fighting we won't actually be seeing in this episode, but we will be seeing them in the next one. So I'll check out I will do the glossary entries for them next episode. Anyways, another thing actually I can do in this menu is look at these side quests. So you can see 3 side quests to do right now. 2, there's an old woman in Vientown, Mr. Woodward in Vientown who was fallen logs, and the Combee. Hint, hint, that's why I caught a Combee last episode. And then something about Nabiki Beach. So we're gonna go ahead and deal with those 3 side quests right now. Starting with the Combee one, because, well, we have a Combee. It makes it pretty easy. Because basically we're like, hey! So there's fire, and she hasn't seen any Combee come around, and she likes the honey, and she's worried about the Combee, so can I have a glimpse of a Combee? Well, I have one right now. That's why you should grab one right away, because if you do, well, you can basically be like, I'm going to accept this quest to find you a Combee! I have found you a Combee! It's literally that easy to complete the quest. So, we Combee! Oh, I see what you did there. You did a rhymey rhyme thing. How adorable. So, gives her the honey. She's very happy about that. She can now make cookies! You need honey for cookies? I mean, I guess you're making, like, honey cookies, but couldn't you just make chocolate chip cookies? Come on, be a good grandmother. Kids love chocolate. Quest clear, Ranger pose. And that does give us another defense, I believe. What are we gonna get? What are we gonna get? What are we going to get? Quest clear, and we have... Come on, give it to us. Electric defense. Sweet. So we'll take less damage from electric attacks. Actually kind of useful to have in the next area, because there's going to be a lot of electric attacks coming soon, so that will be a bit helpful. So, that's one quest taken care of in pretty much record time. The other 2 we have is on Nabiki Beach, and actually it's the Nabiki Beach one up here, though, I think. Yes, he is. I know where you are! So there's big wooden crates that have been washing up on the beach. Someone must be throwing them off. So basically our quest is just simply to go smash some crates up and clear the beach, basically. So another fairly simple quest. Now that we have room in our inventory, or in our Pokemon slots, we can actually grab ourselves a Bidoof and easily break those crates. And then Mr. Woodward's house is down here, so we can easily accept his quest afterwards on the way back. And that one's fairly quick to do as well. So Nabiki Beach, like I said, Bidoof gonna be necessary. Probably should take my Styler out of its holder so I can actually circle things. And we'll deal some Bidoof. Wow, they go down in record time now. They just kind of instantly, just boom, done. So, get a little bit of extra experience, and we can go ahead and take this Bidoof. And I believe there's only one crate down here. It's, well, actually we can go ahead and check the beach. Hey! Yay! You hooked up! Back up again. So, because he helped to save the forest, that's why they are friends again. Was he in the forest? Did I just, like, neglect to talk to him in the forest? I feel like that was a thing. I feel like he was there in the forest, and I just didn't want to talk to him. Because I think he's like, I'm doing my part to help put out the fires. So he was just kind of being a hero and winning back the girl. Oh, man. So we go ahead, break the crate, but there's something inside the crate. What could this thing possibly be? It's a piece of paper that apparently is very shiny. So it says something about Giga Type 8. Well, that word definitely looks like prototype. Color, red, energy, fire. I'm guessing that's what it says. Or is it bow? I don't know what the bow would be. Box? No, I don't know. So basically, it's a fire-type thing. A prototype for a fire-type thing. Well, there was a certain machine that we had that was weak to water. Just something to keep in mind for the future. So, easy quest clear. We go ahead and get defense for, we get defense, some sort of defense, I think, for doing this. Normal defense, I think, we're gonna get now? Yes? No? Yes! Normal defense. Sweet. So we take a little bit less damage from normal attacks. Not that we're gonna encounter that too much, but I mean, every defense counts. Eventually you'll have defense against every single type, so that's basically 3 damage reduced across the board for every single Pokemon. Definitely very useful to have in this game. Definitely helps keep you alive when you're not taking that much damage. I mean, think about how much damage the Grotle and the Blastoise would have done to us last episode if we didn't have the Grass and Water defense. Also, I completely ran past Mr. Woodward's house, so let's fix that, because that's not something to do. Hi, Mr. Woodward! How is it going? Going to get a favor from you. So he's going to pick up sticks, but there's several giant sticks known as logs throughout the forest, so we're going to need to cut them up. Hint, hint. This is why I said to keep the Roselia, because you need to cut them up, and you need to cut rank 2 to do that. So 2 fallen logs will be able to tackle one really easily with our Roselia, and then we can go find another one to grab the second log. But at least that means we don't have to go get 2, we only need to get 1, hence why I said that taking a Roselia with you is actually fairly important in this game. Like I said, basically, as I play through this game, expect me to try to give as many tidbits as possible of hints to save time in terms of, hi, what are you doing? Yeah, we still have a forest, go us. I'm going to be dropping little tidbits of information as to how to quickly how to save time in terms of future quests by doing certain stuff while you're in the missions. Because if there are Pokemon you can capture during the missions that will help you in the side quests in the future, well, I'll tell you, so that'll save you. That's part of the reasons let's walk through, I guess. It'll help save time in terms of, like, grabbing side quests, because you can save a lot of time if you know what specific Pokemon to catch in advance. It does save you a lot of time in the side quests, so I'll definitely be trying to do my best to help out with that. Is there Roselia over here or something? I thought there was the Roselia spawn somewhere. Whatever, let's just go back to where the Roselia spawn point was. Or have a Shinx run into us, because we need to waste more time today. That's exciting. Yay. A Shinx. Anyway, that takes care of Mr. Shinx. I mean, I guess he can just come with us for now. We'll replace him soon enough with something, because Electrify power, not really needed right now. Any sort of Electrify thing we're going to need to do in the future will be a 2 rank, not a 1 rank, so it won't really help us to have him with us. So, where's the Roselia? I need a Roselia of some sort. I guess, I know there's one over here. I could have sworn there was another one that spawned somewhere, but I don't quite remember. Because there is another fallen log we have to take care of. That being said, there's definitely one here, so let's just go grab this one. And I guess it just helps to break that one on the way then, and then you have to come up here and break this and then backtrack. Which, I guess, is the most efficient way to do this, unless the Roselia spawns somewhere else, but I really don't think it does, so whatever, we'll just grab this one and keep going. So yeah, expect there to be side quest episodes like this quite often, because as you can see, I mean, we're already 10 minutes in here. These side quests do take a bit of time after every quest, or after every mission, the quests that they do. I'm gonna call them side quests, they're technically like occult quests. It makes more, oh, there was one right here. I see. I knew there was one around here somewhere. It literally was right there. I literally just barely missed it. That's kind of funny. Anyway, the log that we're looking for is actually right here by this bridge, which is why if you try to go around the other way, you'll end up getting stuck, because there won't be any way to get there without the Roselias being without a Roselia. So, that being said, we cut this log, and that will actually complete that side quest. So we just need to go report to Mr. Woodward, and we will be done with that quest. Definitely worth doing this one, because you actually get a very interesting reward, if I remember correctly, for doing this specific side quest. So, we'll just mosey on back to Vientown, take care of that. That will be 100% side quest completion for now, and then we can go ahead and take a rest and progress with the plot for a bit, because the next mission is going to be a bit lengthy, so I'm going to do a little bit of the intro part of the mission, and then we will do the bulk of the mission next episode. That seems to be the plan, and I think it's a good plan myself. So we turn the quest here, get rid of the fallen logs. Very kind of us, and we'll get a quest clear and another upgrade for doing that. So go us. Give me my upgrade! It's, well, we're gonna have to once again see all this really boring text about it's a derber, and then we get the long line. So not actually an elemental defense this time, or a type defense this time. You get this thing called long line, which basically just gives you a capture line upgrade. As you can see the line up on the top screen, you can see that there's a line thing, and now it's been upgraded to about an extra, I don't know if it's 50% or like 30% or around there. Basically, we have a longer line now, so instead of getting line upgrades by leveling up like in the previous game, you get them through side quests in this one. So we can't get an infinitely long line, but we can lengthen our line a little bit now, and it'll make captures easier in the future. So, side quests done for now. As you can see at the side quests, we have no other ones done, so let's go ahead and talk to Barlow, and we will progress to tomorrow. So, done patrolling, we'll take our rest, and see what else we have to do today. So, the next day, or I don't know if it's the next day technically, or just like, you know, we just took a little bit of a rest. But Professor Hastings is back. He's here to examine this machine and see what's going on here. So let's go to the Vien Forest and make sure he's not lost right now. Because, well, the Professor, I mean, we've had to guide him through forest before. Wouldn't be surprising. But actually, if you head up here, turns out he makes it here just fine. So, oh, actually never showed that off. There is actually a, if you try to head northward out of Vien Forest after you complete the mission from last episode, there actually is a barrier up there, so, also he's referencing Wendy. It's a character in the future. It's gonna fly us over here, but he doesn't like flying. But basically there's a roadblock barrier preventing you from heading to the next area, so that's what Professor Hastings was referencing. He basically goes and shatters the barrier, and you can now progress up there, which, as you can imagine, we're gonna be having to do in this next mission. So, yeah, he remembers us. Yeah, we like to eavesdrop on old people, apparently. And, he's pleased to meet us. He likes to jog, he likes to exercise. He's a very fit old man. You know, he might be scholarly, he might like his research, but he likes his exercise, too. That's very important. I guess they're off after all the trouble and getting, you know, mugged in the first Ranger game. He's taking some exercise courses to prevent that in the future. Good man! Learning his lesson. So, he's expecting this machine. He's seen it recently, though. And, well, they're actually he actually happened to see them on the way over here in Pueltown. Interesting, some men set up machines like this. Uh-oh, there could be some trouble here. They aren't mailboxes. They don't look anything like mailboxes. What are you talking about? Yeah, we're gonna need to go invest Pueltown right away, because it seems like there's trouble going on there. Someone's setting up these mysterious machines. Maybe we can learn more about who is behind these crimes. But basically, our next mission, go to Pueltown and investigate what's going on there. It's north of the Vien Forest, so now the barrier's gone, we can head there. And basically what we're going to do in this episode, and the rest of this episode, is we're going to head to Pueltown, because it is a bit of a journey, and there's lots of new Pokemon to catch along the way. And then we'll actually tackle the incidences in Pueltown in the next episode. So let's go ahead and make our journey to the next city in the game. We have a bit of a trek to make, a little bit of a hike. A little bit of a journey, always a fun time. So we have to head north. The way you get there is you head up here, and then it's the section of the Vien Forest that we really didn't get a chance to explore because I just kind of forgot to explore it last time. Kind of head over here, just kind of east. It's basically this north path of where the Combees are, and you'll find a path to the north here, and this will take you onto the path to still to be at Vien Forest technically, but it'll take you onto a path. The roadblocks would have been right here. There's basically just gonna be a bunch of just like a metal wall here and like warning signs of like construction or something like that. So basically just a metal barrier of do not pass sort of thing here. So if we try to go here earlier, apologies for not showing that off. Just kind of slipped my mind. So you know I like to show off every little nook and cranny when I can. So there's Shinx is here, but no other new Pokemon. I know there are a couple new Pokemon we could pick up along the way. There's also Bibarel. Gotta love a Bibarel. We're gonna see a lot of Bibarel in this path. Actually, thinking about it, I actually should probably catch a Wartortle on the way here. Because there's actually a certain Pokemon we're going to need Soak for. So, also, someday I'll actually catch the Bibarel without taking damage. They're a big pain in the ass. They bum rush you, and they actually do a decent amount of damage. So, let me go ahead and just grab us a Wartortle, and I'll meet you guys back here. So, give me a second. Alright, found ourselves a war turtle. There's one pretty near the entrance. I'll actually really show where it is after I capture this guy. He was just about to spew his liquidy deliciousness, also known as water. That's really all it was. Definitely sounded worse than I intended to. It was definitely worse sounding words than I intended them to be. But yeah, there's just one right here, pretty close to the exit of Vien Forest, so I guess technically the entire pathway to Pueltown's Vien Forest, but I don't know. You know what I mean. So we'll actually head up here for realsies now. We do have a bunny area, by the way. We did capture one before, as you can see, so no need to grab that one. And the reason is because there's a Bonsly here, so having a soak type will allow us to actually finally catch a Bonsly, because you can soak it and cause it to come out of hiding. So there was one that we saw back in the Ranger School. We actually no longer need to get one, because there actually is one right here as well. So we can finally add a Bonsly to our Ranger Dex, or whatever we call it, our database. And yeah, so easy Bonsly capture, just bring a soak Pokemon, and then just grab the War Turtle basically literally on the way over here, and you'll be able to get a Bonsly to help you out. So just get it out of the way along the way. Good thing I remembered before I completely reached this part. Like, well, I kind of remember like 2 seconds before reaching this part, but whatever, close enough. There's also a Happening here if you need to ever S-rank one, I guess. Pichu's tempting to have, but we're already pretty close to the end, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. You head over here, and we can see Pueltown from here. Quite a bigger town, as you can see from the one that we had before. Has its own harbor. We get a nice view, though, from this ridge, nice little cliffside. Apparently, Luana is extremely frustrated about Ollie not talking, so she just kind of vented that out there. This lady's probably like, who the hell is Ollie, and why do you want him to talk? So there's a construction site, and they're kind of referring to that tower thing to the north of the city. So there's a symbol of peace being built. I can't just rename it. Echo Tower. Well, basically, throughout this game, we'll be seeing this tower be built. Just not gonna really say much more about it now, but it's an important thing to keep track of. So, yeah, we're taking a break from hiking and enjoying the wonderful. It is a great view. I mean, even for like a game with this graphic quality, it's still a cool view. I can appreciate it. More Bibarel, of course. Let's hopefully get them to ignore us. There is a log here. You could bring a Roselia, but it won't help you very much because it's a 3-cut, so we won't actually be able to deal with that log until later, but we will deal with it eventually. So, yeah, there's actually a Roselia right here if you need the cut. Is there anything I'm going to want to grab to bring with us here? Actually, bringing an extra soak Pokemon would have been helpful thinking about it, but we'll deal with that when we get to it. So there's a pathway over here. This will be the shortcut, basically, to get back to Vientown, because you can basically take this ledge right here. You can jump down it. Well, I'll show off jumping down it later when we're heading back, but there's always a rare Pokemon inside this here cave. Oh man, I want a rare Pokemon, and it just ends up being a Glameow. So we already have found that one before, so it's not anything to be concerned about. Like I said, let's go finish our trek to Pueltown, and we'll actually call it an episode and see what's going on there. Although, before we head to Pueltown, there is one more thing we can do, and that is, you're to Soak 1, right? Yeah. Unfortunately, Soak 1's not going to help us out very much here. We need Soak 2. But luckily, there is an easy access to a Soak 2 Pokemon with a Bibarel right here. So we'll go ahead and capture that Bibarel. Definitely grab on the way here. We're going to need a few Soak Pokemon in the near future. I mean, if you remember the whole strange machines and him, Professor Hastings saying he saw some being set up, and you remember the weakness of Soak 2, kind of a good hint that, hey, we're going to need some Pokemon of Soak 2 pretty soon. So let's grab a couple of them because they're kind of important. So, actually S-rank that one. Good chunk of experience, which is nice. And we're going to want to keep some Pokemon here, so we'll go ahead, grab, or get rid of the Shings because we don't need it right now. We're actually going to find some good electric Pokemon in a bit as well. What do you have to say? It's not far, it's actually literally right here. We can see the walkway, and uh-oh, that noise. Well, we all know what that noise means. We have some machines to deal with, just like a marine cave. Which is why I said you should grab a Soak 2 while you can, because as you remember, we're not going to be able to capture Pokemon while these machines are active. So we have a bit of trouble going on in Pueltown today. Machines everywhere, Pokemon in trouble. We're going to have to deal with this nonsense in the next episode, guys. But first, we're going to meet this guy. His name's Brook. Not to be confused with the One Piece Brook, I suppose. But he's in charge of the drawbridge to the north, but unfortunately Pokemon are going crazy here. There's some shady characters placing these machines down that people still think are mailboxes for some strange reason. And the Pokemon are going weird. Something crooked's going on. So, well, Mission begin, destroy the strange machines, save Pueltown. We'll be tackling that in the next episode, like I said. Because there actually is a save point right here in this Ranger Depot, so we can actually, you'll find these Ranger Depots, we can stop there and heal up our Styler with an operator inside and also save. We all know Luana loves her saving, so yeah, basically, he handles the drawbridge to the north. Hint, hint, that's why the north will be blocked off, because he blocked off the drawbridge. So, well, how can he be useful? Well, we'll find out in a bit, but for now, we're going to save and call this an episode, guys. In the next episode, we have to save Pueltown from the Devious machines, and maybe even find out who's behind it. It's going to be exciting, guys, so we'll tackle that in the next one. Bye-bye.